Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 6 steps to build an AI ready finance team. My name is Rebeca Bichachi, and I'm a product marketing director for accounting and financials at Oracle NetSuite. I'm also a CPA with 10 years of experience in public accounting, and it has been exhilarating to see the changes brought by AI that are currently taking place in our industry. Integrating AI into finance and accounting transforms these departments from traditional cost centers into strategic assets. Picture a controller's week before AI. Late nights reconciling, hunting down data, compiling reports. After AI, reconciliations are auto-run and narratives draft themselves. And now you get to spend more time on scenario analysis and making decisions. So we're so lucky to be here in this day and age. AI is no longer a distant promise. It's not sci-fi or science fiction. It's here and it's changing the way we operate as finance teams. We used to get stuck on routine tasks like manually entering data, or we're spinning our wheels trying to analyze that data and create visualizations. And report compilation could take us hours. Now it can all be done for us very quickly, and we get to accelerate our productivity. AI in finance isn't limited to a single tool. It includes generative AI, predictive analytics, and computer vision. Each addresses different challenges, but when combined, they're capable of automating complex financial tasks. For example, in invoicing, computer vision can extract data from PDF invoices, and generative AI can validate and organize all of this information. And predictive analytics would be able to analyze your bank balance and your upcoming payables and identify what the right or best time to pay could be. Now, we're seeing automation of these routine tasks and new insights that were previously buried in the data. But as we adopt these tools, the bigger question is, how does this kind of change the talent we need on our team? So today, I want to show you how embracing AI can actually help you build a stronger, more future-ready finance team. Now, let's be honest, finding and keeping great finance talent is harder than ever. In just 2 years, over 300,000 accountants have left the field, and an estimated 75% of CPAs left are approaching retirement age, and fewer people are taking the CPA exam. There isn't enough pipeline of students and professionals entering the field to cover this gap. Now, a lot of this overwhelming pressure is already being alleviated by AI. We can see and feel the effects. But this still leaves us unsure of our new roles and how to create a clear career path upwards. 28% of large companies don't have a succession plan for their CFO. There's questions you can ask. Are you bringing in somebody new? Are you promoting the controller? Are you the controller that's ready to take on the role? Well, who's going to take on your role? So this old way of competing for job openings isn't enough anymore. We need a new approach. So successfully leveraging AI requires more than just adopting new tools. It demands strategic leadership and cross-functional collaboration and this cultural shift toward innovation. And at the core of this transformation, people you want on your team are AI champions. These are individuals who guide the organization through AI adoption and inspire colleagues and lead by example. Now, AI gives us this chance. Instead of just filling open roles, we have an opportunity to rethink our strategy here. And build a team with the right skills to help us harness and leverage the power we have in our hands. So, this is the moment to rethink our roles. And don't just backfill. We want to design for the skills that we need to harness AI. So, create skills based roles like AI enabled AP analyst or insights analyst and AI product owner. Now, like we mentioned, the CFO succession plan earlier, let's adjust readiness criteria for the controller to CFO path because we're looking for people who are adaptable, who are curious and excited and ready to thrive and open to change. These are the people that we know are going to succeed in this new era. Now, before we even get into this first step, we need to build our foundation of AI knowledge and begin by understanding how AI works. Learn how AI processes data and makes decisions and evolves from the outcomes. So, this is what's going to help you understand AI's potential and its limitations so you can identify where it will be most impactful within your business. Once that's covered, then we can dive into the first step, which is to start with intentional experimentation. Get hands on with AI. For a lot of people, the best way to learn is real life experience on the job. So, a real business problem they can tackle is the best way to get started. Now, there's usually no shortage of imperfect processes in our business. We have slow workflows, bottlenecks, there's routine tasks and manual data entry, and so on. Now, consider whether these issues could be solved with human effort and additional training, but also evaluate how AI could replicate or surpass human capabilities in these tasks. This process will help the team pinpoint opportunities where AI driven optimization can streamline workflows and enhance decision making or automate routine tasks. So, pull together a small group of tech curious team members and give them time to test new tools and have them share what they learned. The team should define the challenge they're trying to solve and look for AI powered tools or AI solution to solve that challenge. It's very much like being an adventurer or a scout. We're looking around, we're finding great tools, bringing them back and testing them out to see if they're really a good solution. Now, the idea is to explore AI products available in the market. One way to do that is to speak with vendors to get a better understanding of their new solutions. You can discuss costs and features and use cases. Now, experimenting with these different AI tools provides valuable hands on experiences that set your teams apart. And despite all of this, finance teams are still a little unsure about how AI can deliver value. So, while analogies and these frameworks don't address these concerns, they fall short. So, to build confidence, the key is to provide concrete proof of AI's value in real world applications tailored to your business. So, the idea is to develop a compelling business case, focus on how AI can impact your core business metrics like revenue growth, cost savings, improve efficiency, customer satisfaction, or risk mitigation. And a good place to start is using AI with processes that are highly repetitive and manual, like reconciliation, for example. Now, testing and deploying an AI solution to streamline a repetitive process can bring not only efficiency gains, but also improve the way your team feels about automation and adopting AI and the level of training required for success. So, the value of these AI projects and these experiments isn't just measured in dollars, it includes the knowledge gained about what works, what doesn't, how employees respond, and the overall adaptability of your organization's culture to innovation and change. Now, this deep understanding is what paves the way for more successful AI integration and long term competitive advantage. One of the most frequent questions I receive is, how can we get started? What are some ways we can get started? So, there are a number of practical, low cost ways your finance team in small business can use AI. You don't need a huge budget. You don't need to build your own AI model or your own LLM. You just need to invest some time and search for solutions that already exist. So, a great place to start the search is within the software or applications you already use. Everybody is finding ways to embed AI into their tools. So, chances are that you can find the solution you're looking for already in your existing tech stack. You might just have to unlock the feature and put it to good use. Now, as these new tools emerge every day, it's a great idea that team members discover these tools and bring them back to the table. Why? Well, change can be scary and uncomfortable and sometimes unwelcome. So, as these team members discover these new tools and bring them to the table to solve the challenge they themselves are facing every day, well, there's your buy in. It generates an interest in progress and improvement to make their job easier, and ultimately, it benefits the business as a whole. Now, AI as a tool can struggle with big picture strategy and decisions, but it's really great at concrete, granular tasks. So, drive adoption from the ground up by tackling specific automatable needs, like a question: which customers use this feature? Why deals are lost? Isolate competitive insights. So these small detail level wins accumulate into meaningful efficiency and gains. So you might be feeling the pressure to adopt AI and start using it everything and everywhere, but you haven't seen any clear ROI. So focusing from the bottom up on specific use cases first can help deliver better results. The second step is to look beyond finance for inspiration. Foster a culture of openness and experimentation. So, some of the best ideas for using AI in finance actually come from other departments. AI, HR could be using generative AI to draft job descriptions, or the operations team could be using predictive models to forecast demand. And there are ways we can use these same tools in finance as well. Now, by connecting with your peers across the business, you can learn from their successes, but even better than that, you can also learn from their mistakes. So start looking internally within your own company and at how other teams are using AI. But also look externally and see what people are talking about on LinkedIn, how your peers from outside the company are leveraging AI. Maybe they figured out a great, amazing use case for your role that has helped them shave days off of a monthly close or monthly reporting. Also, find out how these teams were able to get buy-in. See if there were any rules they had to implement or guardrails they had to establish as they did so. And if you hold a leadership role, consider forming cross functional teams that bring together experts from different departments to help ensure that your AI initiatives address genuine organizational needs. That's to increase the likelihood of successful implementation across your organization. Now, double down on professional development. This one and the next step are my favorites because AI is changing the skills we need. Now, it's not just about technology. Soft skills like communication and leadership skills are more important than ever. AI tools and training and certifications are great, but the real gap we need to fill is foundational skills like management basics, and strategic thinking. And we need to lean into these soft skills and develop them, which means we need to focus on upskilling and education. Now, this is critical for us and our teams in this new era. We're all in the same boat. There isn't a huge pool of AI experts in finance yet. The future experts are on our team. We need to grow these skills and add new skills that are going to help us grow into our new roles. That's our responsibility as leaders of our teams. An option is to offer an AI fluency program that can help turn fear into curiosity and start generating some interest. So, for example, say in our first step, the team identified the challenge they wanted to tackle. Let's say it was speeding up AP processes. And they found a great tool that leverages AI and machine learning to scan and import bills. So, naturally, the team is going to now need to be trained to use this new tool. But it doesn't stop there. It's not just that. Say the tool eliminates hours and days of manual work. Well, the team now has all of this time to devote to new tasks, and they're going to need to be trained in those new tasks as well. So, this is where we're going to start seeing a lot of change as our roles grow and shift, and as our responsibilities grow and shift. Now, remember, employees who see opportunities to learn and grow are much more likely to stay. In fact, 68% say they'd stick with a job that offers upskilling. Now, that upskilling and training can look different for every company and budget. There's in-person options, virtual programs, outsourced programs. You could even send a weekly email with a video link. But you can give this support to your employees to grow their talent, which helps you retain top talent. And finding time and energy to learn in the middle of all the daily chaos is still challenging. But despite this, there are some people who prioritize exploring AI tools and staying ahead of changes and position themselves as innovation leaders within the business. These AI champions are driven by a desire to learn and grow and make an impact, which makes them role models that you want on your team. Use AI to eliminate unfulfilling work. So, this step is my other favorite. I mentioned earlier that example where the AP team implemented a new tool that saved so much time. Well, that's a real step. So, use AI to eliminate those routine tasks. It can automate a lot of that repetitive work like reconciliations and invoice processing. Now, this is what frees up your team to focus on higher value work like FP&A and analytics. Ultimately, this can help boost your team's morale because, hey, no more boring, tedious work. And you can have even a work liberation tracker to track the hours returned to each person every day or week or month. And that way you can see and measure the clear progress and impact this has had on your team. I'll give you a real world example. At Vitalize Health, there was an accountant who automated himself out of a reconciliation role and into a more strategic FP&A position. He's more fulfilled. He feels more fulfilled. And the company benefits from his new focus. Now, the best talent wants meaningful work, not side quests, not distractions that eat everybody's time. So ultimately, embracing AI requires an openness to change, a willingness to experiment, and a commitment to transforming organizational processes. By systematically learning and experimenting and identifying and championing AI solutions, you can unlock this value and position your organization as a leader. So, we've been mentioning AI champions a lot. So, the fifth step is to recognize and reward your AI champions. Now, we have AI champions in every organization. They do more than introduce new technology. They're the people who bridge gaps between teams and translate AI's potential into real business value. And they drive cultural shifts that make adoption sustainable. So, as AI changes the way we work, some team members will stand out by finding innovative ways to use these new tools. So, this is a critical step to recognize and reward these high performers. Because how are we going to build an AI ready finance team if our team members aren't motivated to champion AI and don't seek out ways to use it or teach others? Or worse, if our AI champions aren't motivated to stick around? One option could be to create a recognition framework, create badges or bonuses and promotion criteria tied to outcomes. Going back to the example I had earlier at Vitalize Health, this AP manager who improved processes with AI was quickly promoted. So, this kind of recognition is especially important for retaining younger professionals who are more likely to leave if they don't see a path to advancement. Now, becoming an AI champion goes beyond mastering technical skills and requires developing a mindset centered on continuous learning and cross disciplinary collaboration. So, as AI reshapes industries, the next generation of AI champions will be those who inspire their teams to think critically, act responsibly, and who open the doors to meaningful progress. All right, the last step is to rethink your ideal candidate. AI is taking on more of the routine rules based work, which means the profile of our ideal finance hire is changing. Now, beyond technical proficiency, we now prioritize strategic thinking. We're looking for tech savvy, change management, and strong communication skills that help teams translate AI output into business outcomes and lead peers through transformation. So it's telling that only 23% of CFOs now rate deep accounting knowledge as the most critical capability. Now, this doesn't mean that fundamentals disappear. It just means that they're not sufficient on their own. So we're screening for problem solving in ambiguous situations and data literacy and business storytelling and the ability to collaborate across functions to turn insights into action. So to widen the talent pipeline, look beyond traditional resumes. Candidates from analytics or data science can ramp quickly with a focused finance bootcamp that covers key concepts, controls, and domain context. So use scenario based interviews. You can have a short take home exercise or give them a messy data set and have them generate a brief narrative to test adaptability, to test judgment and communication under realistic constraints. Now, finally, design the organization to make these hires succeed. Pair them with AI champions, rotate them through FP&A and AP and AR to build context and set clear growth paths tied to measurable outcomes. So build these cross functional pods with finance, with IT, and operations so that new talent can ship value fast and reinforce it with ongoing upskilling in tools and soft skills. This combination attracts adaptable, curious people and keeps them engaged as your AI strategy scales. So, the expectations for finance professionals are shifting quickly. So, now is the time to assess how AI will impact your business and your talent needs. Invest in the right skills and technology and start building a clear plan for the future. The teams that do this now will be the ones that thrive. One example I can offer is to enact real change, create a 90-day roadmap, maybe for quick wins and governance. So in the first 30 days, you can target low risk automations that free time and build momentum and generate excitement. But you can also lay the groundwork for the permissions you need to put into place and the policies you need to have. On day 60, you can set clear KPIs, deepen upskilling, and formalize these governance rules and rules. By 90 days, you've got successful use cases, you have standards that you can publish throughout the organization, and you're able to align the roadmap to the business outcomes and controls. Now, the right technology is the multiplier for everything we've discussed. When finance runs on a modern platform with a single accurate source of truth, you unlock the real value of AI, automating routine work, embedding insights into daily workflows, and freeing your team to focus on strategic analysis instead of manual tasks. So, NetSuite provides that foundation. It's a centralized, governed data and embedded AI capabilities. So, productivity gains are consistent and scalable across processes, not just one offs. So, what does this look like in practice? Well, think of AI acting as both an assistant and an advisor inside the suite, drafting narratives for financial reports and collection letters, and in planning, using intelligent algorithms to surface trends and anomalies. This combination shortens cycle time, it reduces errors, and it elevates decision quality while giving leaders better visibility into performance so they can identify and reward top contributors who drive measurable outcomes. Adoption wise, start by enabling capabilities in your existing stack before shopping for net new tools. Make sure the basics are in place: data hygiene, roles and permissions, human in the loop for approvals for sensitive actions, and audit trails embedded in workflows. Track a small set of KPIs: close time, error rates, forecast accuracy, DSO, to prove impact and guide scaling. So, NetSuite is embedding AI across the suite. As an assistant, it helps automate repetitive tasks. As an advisor, it delivers better insights faster for more informed decision making. So, here are a few real world tools that AI ready finance teams can start using. From the ground up, extracting value from AI requires accurate, comprehensive data from across the whole business. Now, that's where NetSuite ERP comes in. It's that repository and foundation for a lot of these exciting AI capabilities. It gives you one source of accurate information from across the business. And it opens doors to automating many of these little basic financial tasks, whether you're using AI or not. So, some specific AI tools in NetSuite we can start with is Text Enhance. So, Text Enhance uses generative AI to help you write all kinds of text, and you access it from right within NetSuite, wherever you are. So, for finance, it can help you write narratives to accompany financial reports or personalized collection letters to help you encourage customers to pay, or descriptions for transactions or cash refund explanations or new accounts and chart of accounts. Now, NetSuite Planning and Budgeting has another AI powered tool called Intelligent Performance Management that can quickly analyze large amounts of data. Now, this uses prediction algorithms to continuously analyze plans and forecasts to highlight trends, anomalies, and biases that could otherwise be missed. So, forecast explanations use AI to break down what these outlooks indicate and what's driving numbers. Now, in NetSuite Analytics Warehouse, it's a data warehouse tool and also a business intelligence tool that can pull data from NetSuite and other leading business applications. So, it comes with out of the box predictive models to help with specific use cases like customer churn and stockouts. Now, there's also this new Oracle Analytics AI assistant that can answer your questions in natural language. Your natural language questions about the data you ask, and it'll give you back, giving you textual explanations or visualizations in chart forms. Now, a lot of these other features can also generate visualizations and written insights from data sets, calls out business drivers or these insights and anomalies. There are a few more tools in NetSuite, but there's one more that I specifically want to call out and single out since it's a little bit different than the other tools we have. So, the NetSuite AI connector service. It's a protocol driven integration service that supports model context protocol. So, this is a tool that helps you connect your own AI to NetSuite and enables finance teams and users to engage with NetSuite data through the interface of the popular AI assistants, whichever you choose or use. So, think like asking ChatGPT to set up a new customer for you or asking Claude to analyze financial performance. These tools are exactly why the 6 steps are so important because our roles and everyday tasks are looking so different than they did last year. Well, the future starts now. Take a hard look at your talent strategy, invest in upskilling, and make sure you have the right technology in place. Now, one last thing I'll say here: adoption spreads in a real world example, like email did. So someone experiments, the value becomes obvious, and then it scales. So now is the best time to start learning and testing. So think of back in the day when email was new. Remember, we were all using fax machines and picking up the phone a million times a day. Now, I'm pretty sure no one uses fax machines anymore, maybe the IRS or your doctor's office, but why is that? Well, because one day someone at your company decided to sign up for an email address and started playing around, sending an email just for fun. And then people started seeing the value and it slowly picked up speed and gained popularity. Now, emails are the first thing that are provisioned when you start at a company. So, similarly, AI tools are going to creep into our everyday life. Though it seems a little distant now, could be almost overwhelming, but it's the best time to jump in and start learning. So remember, AI is excellent at concrete tasks. Start at the bottom up with specific automatable wins and let the momentum build. Now, if you're interested in building your AI ready finance team, then let's talk. Check out some of these membership benefits. We have preferred pricing, where you can gain access to pre negotiated pricing on NetSuite. There's also industry networking, where you can connect with other CFO Connect and NetSuite customers to discuss best practices and tools for growth. And we have a central point of contact for questions or escalations. And if you're looking to learn more, reach out to Beth Walker. Now, thank you everybody for your time. I hope you enjoyed this presentation on 6 steps to build an AI ready finance team.